Hello, welcome to Chapter 11, Lesson 5. Today we're going to be talking about converting customary units of weight. The last two were measurement, okay, where we were talking inches and that sort of thing. And now we're going to be talking about weight. We all know weight, right? How much do we weigh? We get checked when we go to the doctor, and it is in pounds and ounces is how the doctor measures it. Well, doctors actually use metric and then they convert to customary. So pounds and ounces. So if you think of a slice of bread, that's usually 1 ounce. Okay, the weight of it, how heavy it is. If you think of a tomato, that would be 1 pound. Okay, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, 16 is a good number to remember. 16 ounces equals 1 pound. And 1 ton, which is like a buffalo, they're pretty heavy, is the same as 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. Okay, so these are the conversion rates we need to remember for today. 16 ounces are small, 16 ounces are 1 pound, and then 2,000 pounds are a ton. As with units of length, units of weight are in the customary system can also be expressed using different units or as fractions and decimals. So if I wanted to know 56 ounces to pounds, so we know that 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Another way to abbreviate pound is LB. LB is pound, OZ is ounces. Okay, so I'm going from small to big, which means I need to divide. 56 ounces divided by 16. Okay, so let's see here. 16, 32, 48. I don't think we're going to get any closer than that. And then I'm going to be left with 8 left over when I subtract. So remainder 8. The remainder 8 means there are 8 ounces left over because that was the original unit we were in, ounces. The fraction of a pound is 8/16 or 1/2. So half a pound is 8 ounces. So we could either say 3 pounds, 8 ounces, or 3.5 pounds or 3.5 pounds, which also means a half. Right? Because this is like 5/10. If I'm looking at this decimal itself is 5/10. 5/10. If I were to make it in fraction form, half. Okay, so here we need to complete 3 pounds equals how many ounces? So 16 ounces equals 1 pound. So how many are in 3 pounds? So 2 pounds would be 32, 4 pounds would be 48. So we need to do 3 times 16, 24, 18, sorry, 18. 3 times 1 plus 1 more is 48. So 3 pounds equals 48 ounces. Ooh, 2.5 pounds equals how many ounces? So we're doing 2.5 times 16. Do you remember how we multiply mixed number with a whole number? We circle up. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So I do 5 over 2 times 16 over 1. Then I can simplify. I can divide by 2 and get 8. Divide by 2 and get 1. And then I'm going to do 5 times 8, and I'm going to get 40. Okay, so that means 2.5 pounds is equal to 40 ounces. All right, so 32 ounces, teeny tiny, into big, small to big means we need to divide. 32 divided by 16 ounces equals 1 pound, so 16. Oh, look at that, 2. Right? Because 16 times 2 is 32. So it equals 2 pounds. Nice. All right, here we go. Now we got lots of them to work on. Ounces, teeny tiny, to pounds means I need to divide. So 64 divided by 16 ounces in 1 pound, so 16. Again, this might be helpful. 16, 32, 48. 48 plus 16, 6 and 8 is 14. And 4, 5, 64. And that should be good for now, anyways. 64, so that means it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pounds. Okay, 5 tons, big to small. We need to multiply. 5 times 2,000, right? We can use our trick from the beginning of the year. 5 times 2 is 10, and then how many zeros? 3. So it's worth 10,000 pounds. 5 tons are 10,000 pounds. Okay, pounds to ounces, big to small. So that means I'm going to multiply because 1 pound, 16, 2 pounds, 32, 3 pounds, 48, right? We're multiplying. So I need to take 16 times 13. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. If I add it up, 8, 6 and 4 is 10. And 1 and 1 is 2. So that would be 208 ounces. Okay, erase this so I can do my one below it. All right, so here we have 9,000 pounds equals how many tons? So we're small to big. I need to divide. 9,000 divided by 2,000. Okay, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. So it's going to be 4 tons minus 8,000, which means I'm going to have 1,000 pounds left over. Or if I was going to write it as a fraction, look at this, it would be 1,000 over 2,000, which we know is just a half. So I could say 4.5 tons or 4 tons and 1,000 pounds if I wanted to do it that way. Okay, next one. All right, so here I'm going from ounces to pounds, so I need to small to big, I need to divide. 45 ounces divided by 16. Okay, so 45 is just below that, so I can only do 2. Minus 32. And 5 minus 2 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So I would have 2 pounds, 13 ounces. This is my remainder, is also in my original form of ounces. Okay, 3.25 tons into pounds. I'm going to be big to small, means I need to multiply. 2,000 times 3.25. Now remember, it's a good review on multiplying decimals. I don't even look at the decimals until the very end when I put them in. Okay, so we're not even looking at the decimals right here. 5 times 0, 5 times 0, 5 times 0, 5 times 2, 10. Add a 0. 2 times 0, 2 times 0, 2 times 0, 2 times 2, 4. Add 2 zeros. 2, boop. Maybe I'll make those a different color so it stands out. So I added this one when I went to the 2. Now I'm going to add 2 when I'm going to the 3 because it's like talking about 300 versus 20. Okay, 3 times 0, 3 times 0, 3 times 0, 3 times 2 equals. All right, I need to move up because I'm at the bottom of my screen and I cannot write anymore. Okay, now I'm going to add 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 6. Okay, now this is where I look at the decimal. And notice I have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal. So that means I need to bring my thing here, my decimal point, back 2 from the edge. So it is actually worth 6,500 pounds. 6,500 pounds, which if I did 3 times 2, like if I use my estimating skills, guys, I'd say 3.25 is about 3. And 3 tons times 2,000 would be 6,000 pounds, right? So 6,500 pounds using that estimating skills looks pretty darn good. Okay, a hippopotamus weighs 1.5 tons. What does it weigh in ounces? What? How come they couldn't do pounds? All right, 1.5 tons. So 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. Half a ton is 1,000 pounds. So it's going to be 3,000 pounds. Okay, we don't have a conversion rate to go from tons to ounces. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from tons to pounds to ounces. We have 2 conversions we have to do. So we already did 1. We know it's worth 3,000 pounds. Now to go from pounds to ounces. 1 pound is 16 ounces, so I'm going to need to multiply. 3,000 pounds times 16. 6 times 0. 0, 0. 6 times 3 is 18. I'm going to go over to the tens place. Get my 0 in there. Multiply. 1, 1. 1 times 0 is another 0. 1 times 3 is a 3. Add them up. 0, 0, 0, 8, 4. It's worth 48,000 ounces. OZ is our abbreviation for ounces. Whew. That was a doozy. All right, a restaurant serves a 20-ounce steak. How much does the steak weigh in pounds and ounces? Well, this one isn't too bad. So we're going from smaller to bigger, so I need to divide it. 20 ounces divided by 16 ounces to get pounds is 1 pound, and there's 4 ounces left over. 1 LB is the abbreviation for pound. 4 OZ is the abbreviation for ounces. All right, let's keep going. I'm trying not to make this one so long. Okay, what fraction part of a pound is an ounce? So 1 ounce is 1/16 of a pound. Right? If I take a pound and I cut it into 16 equal pieces, one of those could be worth an ounce. So 1/16 of a pound. What fractional part of a ton is a pound? So this would be the same. 1/2000 of a ton. Right? Because 2,000 pounds are in a ton, so a pound is 1/2000 of a ton. Circle the correct term to complete each sentence. Ounces or pounds would be the most appropriate customary unit to measure the weight of a paper clip. Definitely ounces. Paper clip does not weigh as much as a tomato. Weighs more like a piece of bread. Measurement is a measure, blank is a measure of how heavy, that's weight, right? Length measures distance. Weight is how heavy an object is. What would be the most appropriate customary unit to measure the weight of a bag of flour? A buffalo or a tomato? Pounds, right? We'd use tomatoes or pounds to measure the bag of flour. Okay, 1 kitten weighs 2 pounds 4 ounces. Another kitten weighs 2 ounces less. What is the combined weight of the 2 kittens? So we have 2 pounds 4 ounces. 2 ounces less would be 2 pounds 2 ounces. If I added it up, 4 pounds, oh come on, in ounces? 4 pounds 6 ounces. So let's figure out how many ounces are in this. So I have to do 16 times 4, 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. And then I have to add in what I already had in ounces to get 70 ounces. What is the weight of the 2 kittens in ounces? Yep. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope this one was shorter today. Bye.